Now? Okay. Hey guys. Sorry, I'm not with it today. I'm Ellie Spahn with National Progressive Party, just popping in on our normal Wednesday update. Not a whole lot to update this week, but just a couple of things to touch on. So glad that you're here with us tonight. And as always, if you do have any questions, just go ahead and type them in the box and they will get to me and I'll do my best to answer them as quickly as I can. There has been a lot going on. There always is. It just doesn't always seem to be a top of mind awareness thing for me to spout them off every day. We've been working really, really hard, obviously, behind the scenes to ensure that everybody who has asked about volunteering has been reached out to. It's a really slow process because we don't have nearly enough people to help out with it. So, as always, if you've submitted your information on our volunteer form, we'll get to you. I promise. Nobody's forgotten about you. It's just one of those things where it takes a little bit more time because there aren't nearly enough of us to reach out to as many people as we would like to. That being said, if you feel like you want to immediately help out with anything, please drop a resume and a letter of interest to npp@nationalprogressiveparty.com. And those will obviously get priority because that'll pop up in my inbox and I'll see that right away. Lots of other things have been going on as well. Last time I jumped online, I talked to you a little bit about our quest for some more staffing. We're still looking for a treasurer. Needs to be somebody who can pass a background check. That's super important because we don't want anybody to run off with the funds that we're raising. If you've got some knowledge of FEC regulations, that's super helpful. If you don't, it's pretty easy to get up to speed. These reports aren't particularly difficult. And if you can balance a checkbook, definite bonus. Another person that we are looking for right now would be our I don't want to call it a human resources person because we're not technically hiring people, but we are onboarding volunteers. Hopefully, as funds allow, these volunteers will end up on the payroll. But for right now, they're all volunteer positions. But we do need some people that have got some HR experience to help sift through everybody and help call people and get them onboarded. And so that's another opportunity that is available right away. Unfortunately, I don't have nearly enough hours in the day or the week to get it all done myself. Not gonna lie, I'm tired. It takes a lot of hours to sift through all this, and it's definitely a job that is bigger than me or the steering committee or the volunteers that we've already got on board. So the more the merrier. Another position that we are looking to fill would be our communications director. This is a new thing. We hadn't expected that we would need to bring another communications director on board. Carrie Barber has done an amazing job for us. However, she is involved with another project, and I can't say the name of their organization off the top of my head because I'm kind of a dummy right now, but I think there's a little thingy in the bottom of the screen. Anyway, digital something. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm just going to screw it up. So I'm just not going to say a thing. Anyway, that is her new project, and with that, we've formed a really great partnership with them, and they produce all of our updates for us and help with a lot of our media related things. The person that takes on the communications director position would work very closely with that organization to make sure everything is seamless and our message is carried out in a way that is clear and consistent and concise. So if you are somebody who has got some PR experience or maybe some journalism experience, maybe you're just out of college, you need an internship even, we'd definitely like to talk to you and put you to work and if the qualifications are right, offer you a communications chair position. If not, it would definitely be, there's room for movement, but we do need some people in our communications department to do various things, from writing press releases to developing content for both our website and for our social media. So that's another thing that we are looking at. We have onboarded a few more members to our steering committee. We're still looking for a few more. That's another thing that if you've got some experience in management, marketing, tech, opposition research, anything politically related, we would love to talk to you as far as putting you on our steering committee. It takes a lot of people to steer the ship, make sure that we're going the right direction. Trying to think of what else we are looking for. We are looking for a fundraising director. Fundraising is an integral part of any political machine. Unfortunately, it takes money to make the world go round. It takes money to keep our website up. It takes money to pay for advertising. It takes money to pay for salaries, which hasn't happened yet. Obviously the people that we want to onboard, we want to be able to keep. People can only volunteer for so long without being paid for it. So that is something that is really important to us, that we make sure that we can get the best people on board that we can, because it's really going to push our effort forward moving in these coming weeks and months, moving past the election, because once this election in November is over, it's really going to be go time for us. Had a lot of questions lately about, some of the things that we do. Why do we do this? Why don't we do that? How is it that things are going on? Blah, blah, blah. And I just want to give a little bit of background on NPP and where we came from, how we got started. There are a lot of you that are pretty new to our groups and to our pages that might not know a lot of our history. Back in 2016, I got involved with a group called Progressive Independent Party. Eric Hellbloss founded that party, and it was an effort to form a third party. And it was super viable. And through some situations that happened, a lot of times young organizations will get co-opted by people with less than good intent. And unfortunately, that happened in that situation. And back in January, Erica and I reconnected. We got to be pretty good friends and hadn't talked in a while. And I said, hey, what's going on with this? And we had the let's get the band back together conversation, so to speak, and decided, maybe we should do something to get this going again. And so what had happened through a series of events, I launched a Facebook page to you basically try to unite progressives into a new party. It was called Progressives United and Uniting, and a couple of folks had gotten a hold of me who had done some party building, and we started working together to build the National Progressive Party. And that's kind of how this whole thing got started. And so, since then, there's been so much going on. We have been really hard at work. Basically since January, we have incorporated. We have filed with the FEC. So we are an actual organization. We're not just some random movement out there that is talking a good game and not doing anything. We have been organizing boots on the ground since I want to say the end of February, first part of March. And we have got organizers now in, let's say, 23 states, and we are bringing new organizers on every week. And this is going to be an effort that's going to require more than one organizer per state, because a lot of states have got a lot of ground to cover. We'll need state organizers, regional organizers, some city organizers, even for areas that have got really large metropolitan areas. So I'm not going to discourage anybody that has got organizing experience from approaching us, because even if we've already got somebody in your state, there's plenty of work to go around. One of the things that we are doing that is really different, and that I don't think people necessarily understand, because there are a lot of different ways to go about this. We really believe in building this party from the grassroots up. And what that means to us is we are basically building 50 individual parties that will merge into one national progressive party. So there's a lot of groundwork that goes into that, and a lot of structure that needs to be put in place. And this is something that doesn't necessarily happen overnight, but we have made tremendous strides since we got this thing started. I would say in the last 6 months, we have probably done a lot more than a lot of other groups have done in 5 years or so. And we're pretty proud of the work that we've done here. So I would say that that's something that all of you who have been involved since the beginning can be pretty proud of too. And we definitely appreciate your support and your willingness to get involved, and hope that you will continue to get involved. Another thing I wanted to touch on, we talked about fundraising. It's really important, and we did a fundraising campaign about a month or so ago where we partnered with another website and sold some t-shirts and mugs and face masks and so on. And we're going to be doing another effort like that should be live on Saturday morning. So keep an eye out in the group and on your state pages and on our national page for a link to that. And we'll throw a link up on the website as soon as that's live as well. So you can definitely still get your NPP merch. That gets you something tangible. It helps us. And so it's kind of a win-win situation. We have quit using CrowdPack at this point. We've done about as much with CrowdPack as we can. So we're moving on to the next step. We have partnered with Democracy Engine to process our payments, and we'll be working towards getting that button live on our website as well. So I would say look for that in the coming weeks. You'll see an announcement as soon as that goes live. One of the other things that we're doing as far as our fundraising efforts go, we've partnered with an organization called Neocitizens, and there seems to be a lot of hubbub over the word neo. And what people need to understand is, in this particular vernacular, neo means all-encompassing, and that's the spirit of that particular platform, is encompassing the citizens. And this platform was built specifically in mind to be a social networking platform, kind of like Facebook, but way better, because it is strictly for progressives. They vet everybody that joins. Unless you have an invitation or you are vetted by a current member, you don't get in. So what Dr. Manuel Tejeda and his group have done is created a place where we aren't going to be censored by Facebook on that platform. We can speak freely and debate freely. There's room for all kinds of progressive groups, not just NPP. And the cool thing is if you join through just by using me as a reference, we are able to raise funds that way. So I definitely would urge you to at least go check it out. NPP has got a page there, and it hasn't been particularly active yet, but that's something we plan on changing in the very near future. So definitely get in on that. That being said, which is apparently one of the phrases I overuse, but I'm going to say it anyway. That being said, that's really about all I've got for today. Unless anybody has got any questions, and I'm not really seeing anything. But if you do have questions, please go ahead and put them in the comments once this video gets posted, and we'll keep an eye on it, and we'll answer those questions as quickly as we can. So in the meantime, have a good rest of your week, and we'll see you next Wednesday. Thanks for coming. Good night.